Greetings, YouTube community, sports fans, nation and worldwide. You've entered the Sports Opinion Log. I'm your host slash your boy, Lex Anderson, and in today's video, you know what it already is. North Carolina, UNC, Tar Heels, Tar Heel Nation, rise up, stand up. The victory yesterday was ours. And like my automatic jump shot, so was our young man, Cameron Johnson, and Coby White, our 1-2 combination, which sent Georgia Tech to a most humbling defeat last night. Final score 77-54. Cameron Johnson, 22 points. Coby White added 19. Both players combined for 9 3-pointers to make 9 3-pointers. North Carolina as a team was 13 of 27 from behind the arc. And that is definitely a beautiful thing when you consider that Georgia Tech, was ranked number 2 in defense behind the arc, holding their opponents to a conversion rate of 26.5 points behind the three-point line. So, and Georgia Tech, for their part, they were 2 and 16 from distance. So there must be something about the teams that end in the word tech, because if you recall, last time UNC had dismantled Virginia Tech 103-82 by going 16 of 34 from behind the three-point line. So tip of the cap to those young men, and of course our wonderful coach Roy Williams. There is no doubt within my mind, beyond the shadow of a doubt. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to jump the gun. Cameron Johnson, Coby White, I the Prophet will decree if those two young men keep playing the way that they're playing, there will be no doubt that I will be soon wearing another championship t-shirt. Championship t-shirt. Because at the rate they're rocking and rolling right now, man, bring on Duke, man. Bring on Zion Williamson. Bring on Coach K. Bring on those hated-ass Blue Devils who act like they own something because they're on the cover of SI. Please, they're a flash in the pan. You know where the championship thoroughbreds are. They're right here. North Carolina, official fitted, Jordan, locker room, authentic Final Four tee. Please, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Let me brush that hated Duke dirt off my shoulder, as a matter of fact. Well, real quick, though, I know this video is pretty much all about North Carolina, as it should be. But however, we also had 2 exciting games yesterday that I just want to throw in real quick. Kentucky over Vanderbilt, 87-52. Sophomore P.J. Washington had 26 points and 12 rebounds as Kentucky has won its 6th straight over Vandy. The Wildcats, with their defense, have held 5 of their last 6 opponents to under 64 points and 40% or less on shooting. Very impressive. Vanderbilt, where do they go from here? I don't know. They've lost their 3rd out of their last 4 games to a ranked opponent. Pretty much looking like a lost season for Vanderbilt, but Kentucky, big time caliber team. So, they're definitely on the come up after, Duke had started the season by stomping them out. Oof. But how about a shocker here? Speaking of stomp out, shockwaves through the NCAA men's basketball ripple effect as Texas beats Kansas 73-63 as unranked Texas used their defense to snap a 10-game losing streak to number 11 Kansas, their first victory since 2014. And here in the Sports Opinion Log with your boy Lex Anderson, I pride myself on being the sports historian. So let it be noted on this day that last night Texas beat Kansas for the first game since 2014. Now that's what you talk about, a great way to start the season, folks. Senior forward Dylan Osetkowski had 16 points. Kerwin Roach II dropped in 15, and Jace Ferbs had 12, but he had some critical, timely three-pointers late in the second half to make sure that Texas walked away a winner in that game. So tip of the cap to those young men for putting an imprint on their team and coming up with a real victory and not a moral victory. Because here in the Sports Opinion Log, I only count real victories. Moral victories, those go by the wayside. Actually, those go by the wayside with runner-ups and people who come in third place. No one cares, and you sure as hell can bet your bottom dollar that no one will ever remember them. And let's see, Kansas leading scorer Dedrick Lawson was held scoreless in the first half, and Kansas was held to their fewest points in a half this season, only tallying 23 points. And you do have to be worried here because Kansas, they have 5 losses on the season, but all 5 have been on the road. So definitely keep an eye on that because this could come back to bite them or you if you pick for Kansas to make any noise, in the brackets, when it comes down to the 64 and the Sweet 16. Because like I like to say, we are who they thought they were. Well, actually, that was former Minnesota Vikings head coach, and I'm not coming up with his name right now, unfortunately. I'm sure I'll remember at the end of this video. But hey, speaking of the end, we have come to the end of this video, and if you've come this far, there's only one thing you need to do. Commit to being in the know. Press that subscribe button down there below. And the bell icon that's right there to your right, ding, make sure to press it so you can stay updated to any and all upcoming future videos. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is your boy Lex Anderson, doing what I do best, representing the UNC North Carolina champions before, and we will be champions again. I'm just going to pop my collar because it's time for me to sign out. Oh, excuse me. Wonderful outro on another fine video. Yeah, look at that. North Carolina. Oof, oof. New era. Nothing but the best. And I still haven't worn those sneakers I brought 2 years ago. But we're going to make that happen. We're going to make things change. And speaking of things changing and people who are motivators and movers and shakers, my guy, M6 Drop on the gram. Make sure you follow him. Check him out on the gram. At M6 Drop. Nothing but champions over here, baby. You know how we do.